All right, moving on to question number 3 from this worksheet on slopes and lines. This is what it looks like on the front page. In a couple of other videos, we just did question 1, we did question 2. Moving on to question 3. Question 3 becomes a lot easier once you've done question 1 and 2, because in question 3, what it says is it reminds you that when you're writing an equation, you've got y equals some number times x plus some other number, and the a, which is that coefficient in front of the x, is also the slope of the line. That's what we just saw in question 1 and question 2. Now, if you know that whenever you're writing an equation, the number in front of the x is always the slope, then if this question here is just saying, well, write some equations of lines that have slopes of -2, you say, well, as long as I have a -2 in front of the x here, then I've written an equation of a line that has that slope. All right, so this one here is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to say, well, I have -2 in front of the x here, and I got to put some other number here. Well, I could put a 0, which I wouldn't really need to write plus 0. But instead of putting a 0, I'm just going to pick 3, because, again, 3 is a great number. That's useful for so many things, right? If you want to have 2 other friends do something with you, then 3 is a great number to make that happen, right? Now, the next equation here, I'm going to write y equals, again, something x plus 3. I know that if I wanted to have a slope of -2, that number in front of the x has got to be -2. Then whatever I want to put afterwards, like, I don't know, I'm going to put -2. Y equals -2x plus -2. Because there's that -2 in front of the x, I know I've written a line with a slope of -2. I know I'm in business, right? Anything else, whatever, it can be any number here. Maybe I'll get fancy on this last one. I'm going to write y equals, and again, I got to have -2 in front of the x. But then I can do whatever I want with that last number. So I'm going to make it minus 234.5346, because I think somehow fancy decimals will make me a show off. And that's the right answer. As long as I got that -2 in front of the x, then who cares what's over here? This is going to be a line that has a slope of -2. So moving to something a little more challenging, if you move on down your page, you've got question 4. And in question 4, it says on this graph, draw a line that goes through point A22 and has a slope of 2. Now this point A here, I just have to spot that on my graph. Say its coordinates are 2 and 2, so it's right here. And its name is point A, so I'm actually just going to put a little a here, so I know that that's the name of the point that I'm talking about, right? There's a little a there. And we just saw a couple of questions before that as long as I have a starting point, if I know what kind of a slope I want to have here, which is 2, then I can just do that by doing rise over run. Right? You might say, well, 2 is just one number. Rise over run, I need a number on top and a number on bottom. Then the guy next to you who likes to tell you when you're wrong about stuff, he says, well, couldn't you just do 2 over 1? Because isn't 2, like if I turn 2 into a fraction, isn't a fraction of 2 over 1? You say, well, yeah, you're right, but you don't have to say it like that. Can't you be nice in the way that you explain things to me, please? And then maybe he will be nice. Who knows? We'll see. But the slope of 2, if you turn that into rise over run, is just 2 over 1. And again, rise over run tells you that the number on the top is how much the y changes when the x changes by this much. And so if I have 2 over 1, if I go back and I say I'm starting from point A, I want a slope of 2, which means a rise over run of 2 over 1. That means I'm going to rise 2 points, and I'm going to run over 1. That puts me at that point right there. And now that I have 2 points, I can draw a line that goes through those 2 points. I'm going to put my ruler so that I'm going to start right from the edge of the graph, make it go through those points, and have it go all the way to the edge, the other edge of the graph. So now I got a line. It goes through this point, 2, 2, and it has a slope of 2, because I did rise over run to line it up like that. And now I got a nice little line with a slope of 2. Now I did up 2 and over 1. But you could get a slope of 2 by also going down 2 into the left one, right? That would be like a rise of -2 and a run of -1. A rise of -2 and a run of -1. You see the way that the line is doing that if I look back how it went the other way? And just doing like that will get you full marks. That's what your line should look like.